Hi, Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura, and welcome to the Pattern Queens episode 95. Today is Sunday, August 14th, and this is a channel about cross stitch.
And friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans and sometimes more stuff than we can even think about to show in a video.
I think this may be a video where we have more stuff than actual stitching.
Right, right. But the stuff is stitching related, so that's fun. We
Yes,
all like to look at that.
yes. So we want to welcome you all to our video. We know we have some new subscribers, so thank you for joining us. And we have so many of you who are coming back, and thank you for coming back and putting up with the craziness.
Ooh, and it's a lot of crazy to put up with, let me tell you.
And we thought, well, let's start off with how we normally do. How about a life update?
Well, been busy, lots of stuff. I guess the most exciting thing that we did this week is we took James to the city I work for was having a back to school splash party at the splash park, and he just had the best time. He'd put his hand in the little sprinkler and he'd go, and he just kept doing it. He had a great time. So that was our big excitement. And Laura and Katie came over yesterday and brought him some floss. And of course, those are treasures. So
I have been just trying to relax this week, so that of course means that I've been really busy.
right, of course.
My big news from the week is that I have learned to do the wait list for the Black Needle Society, and I am all on that, and I am determined to get those spots filled up. So I just keep sending the emails and checking things, and I'm so excited when people sign up.
Oh, I just see it in the Facebook group. People are like, yes, I got the email.
We have a friend who I had to tell her how far down the list she was, and she's like, there are that many people ahead of me? But I haven't told her yet, but she has moved up significantly since then. So if she doesn't get in this month, probably she will get in next month or maybe the month after. But
Oh, well, that's good news. So if you're on that wait list, make sure that you're checking it. Your
well,
email.
I will tell you that we started with July of 2021.
Well, so if you've subscribed in the last year, your time's coming. Got
Yeah.
on that wait
So
list.
people are on that list for a while, but we are moving it. And the reason I took it over is that Katie has been trying to do everything, and it is just too much. And so I kind of pushed and said, hey, I could do that. I could do that. But it took us all summer to find the time to sit down and teach me to do it. So it's okay. It's okay. We got there. And I will be taking over a few other things as well once Katie kind of determines what makes sense to move away from her. But that should allow her more time for planning and
And
for,
curating and
yeah,
designing.
yes. And my other big news is that I start back to school tomorrow. I love my job. Don't even get me wrong. I love my job, but I would much rather be working on Love You More and the Black Needle Society than going someplace else. So,
Yes. I mean, I remember that. Well, actually, I was the big nerd who was really excited for school to start back for about a week. And then I was like, remember summer vacation?
we got to get up every morning now. Yeah. Okay. So, the other big news for us, excuse me, is that
We
we
went
had
to
a
a
retreat.
retreat. Well, I went to a retreat. Laura helped host a retreat. And it was great, guys. So it was the Black Needle Society, I guess, annual retreat, first annual retreat, which was Camp Black Needle. And oh my gosh, I have so many things that it's falling off my lap, everyone. I have so many
it's
things
our
to show you.
it's our second Black Needle retreat, but it's our first one that's in
In
person.
person. Yes. So that's very exciting. Um, I
I
have
didn't get the models out. I'm awful.
it's okay. I have the cover pages so I can show you. So
Okay.
first of all, here's the bag that we got that says Happy Camper, and I think I ran into mine too much, and I've got a little smudge on it. That's okay. This snail I'll tell you more about here in just a little bit. But we all came in and we got this fun bag, and we got a name badge. I don't have my name badge with me. I think it's in another one. We got this sleeve from Love You More, which means hand sewed by Laura and cut by others in the Landis family. So, and then I got a blanket that is still wrapped up. I have not unwrapped it, but you can see a little bit next to Laura there.
There
It
you
says
go.
more stitching. Someone unwrapped it in the stitching room, so I didn't unwrap mine. And then got these fun cuffs that say shine bright, stitch all night. So really
Katie
cool.
said she made that to look like the little mason jars that you used to use when you went out to catch fireflies.
Wow. Well, and that's featured in the pattern too. So, and then we got this wonderful project bag. I just love. That's so pretty. And then we got a bunch of other little small things that are in that bag. But I want to talk to you about what I'm most excited about, which are finishes number 5 and 6 for me for this season.
Which she has had to keep secret.
Yes. So we got all of the materials to stitch these pieces. So this is Wonder. And you can see it kind of everything in the bag kind of had this motif of the yellow tent and the mason jar and this color palette. This is on 32 count Lugana in the color Lagoon from Fiber on a Whim. And actually I have that right here. Really pretty blue that does not photograph well. So good job to Katie for being able to get that. And then it was stitched with all of these beautiful flosses, also, well, from Forbidden Fiber Co.
Isn't that a glorious color palette? I just
It's
love
so
it.
pretty. I really, really like this one, Witch's Brew, which is like a dark with blue green. It's just it's really a pretty one. So I'm excited to have all of these flosses. So that was finish number 5. Finish number 6 is Happy Camper. Look at that little
He's
snail.
so cute. I
So we
just
got
love
that.
him.
Yes, so we got that snail in the bag, and we also got it on a t-shirt that is not clean currently, so I didn't bring it.
Mine's at the laundromat also.
So, and then this finishing was done by the wonderful Laura Landis. How cute that little pillow is with those big buttons. So I'm just so excited about those. It's just the best. And also, can I tell you a little bit of my stitcher's anxiety? Katie took really close up pictures of my stitching.
You're so funny.
No, I don't mind. I mean, I'm pretty proud. I mean, you all know as stitchers that to have someone look that closely, because most people are like, oh, you can't notice it. If you hold it way back, then it's fine. You don't have to fix it. But to have like your stitches full on put on display makes me feel like I'm pretty good at this. So
I was trying to quickly find, and I just realized how I could do this. It'll be right here.
everyone say hello to the There's Always a Cat Visitor in our videos.
Yes. Okay. This is our group of stitchers from the year.
Oh, so much fun.
And one of our local stitchers was unable to make it due to the vid. No fun. So they brought her along on the phone just so she could be in our picture. But also, if I can get back to this a little bit, I can show you. We did a photo challenge and it was hysterical.
It was so funny.
And people just took tons of photos. Oh, here, this is a good photo, and I don't think these ladies will mind. We did a smalls exchange, but there, I can even do it this way. There
Oh,
is what our shirt looked like.
the camper shirts.
Yeah. And that's Connie's little small that she did over one. It was so tiny.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So anyway,
So,
it was fabulous to be with all these people.
oh, for sure. And there were people that I had known like on the internet that I got to meet in person for the first time. So hello to everyone I met. You guys were also nice. We also Katie and Laura were generous enough to let my littlest camper, who didn't even pay to come to camp, crash the party a couple times. So here's James at camp. Thank you all who were so nice to him. He would pop in around dinner time every day and say hello and then leave. Except for on Sunday, whenever he stayed in the room with us a little bit. And there was so I'll talk a little bit about the retreat. To get prizes, we played Lake Monster Says, which was basically stand up if you have this, and it got pretty competitive. And if you were the first person to stand up, you got a chance to go up and shoot this little arrow with suction cups. And so everyone, master archer by the time that we were done with the retreat. Everyone's great. We're all Robin Hoods now. But that was really fun. And then whatever color you landed on the target, you got a prize bag that corresponded to it. Well, Sunday, James just wanted me to shoot at that target. And I'll tell you, I'm terrible. I'm really, really bad. And there's a window behind where we had it, and it's suction cups, so it didn't hurt the window at all. So James is holding on to the bottom of the bow. I'm trying to shoot the bow. He moves it a little bit. I would have done this even if he didn't have his hand on it. And I'd shoot the window, and every time he'd yell, "Window again, again!" So he wanted me to shoot the window. So I aimed at the target and hit the window a lot. It was fun. So that was just one of the fun games. We did a photo challenge, which was really cool. We got to go all around the hotel and take different pictures with our table, because your table mates were your team. And I'll just show you a picture of our whole table. So there's our table in the photo booth. That's me pretending to smoke a pipe down in the bottom so that everyone can get the picture.
You
But
should show them the lake monster.
Oh, okay. So the lake monster, I don't know if she wants to keep her anonymity. It was Bree. It was Bree Landis. So there's our table with the lake monster pretending to be afraid. And of course, Bree is the sassiest lake monster there's ever been. So hands on her. And we're just all acting terrified of the lake monster. So, but we had just a really great time. There were also little snails hidden all around the hotel, and the person who found the most snails won a prize. That was really fun. And the funny thing is I noticed a couple of them before we opened up the room because I helped out a little bit before. I was like, those snails for something? And Laura goes, shh. So also people were super, super generous at this
Oh,
retreat. It's like
yes.
almost everybody brought something. And you'll see a couple of the needle minders that I got because I already have them on projects. But just, well, I can't even get it to open up. Look at all the stuff in here, guys. And this was just people who brought around floss drops and project record cards and needle minders and candy and tea and coffee, and it was just a lot. People brought so many things and were very, very generous.
I was lucky enough to get some lovely things too. I'll show you a few things that people made and brought for us. Megan Webb brought me this. Look at that with a diagonally zipper. Diagonally. Yeah. We got to have that, right? And the inside, look at this fabric.
Oh, that's so fun.
Isn't it cute? I was just dying. That was so cute. And then one of the ladies brought this over to me. Her name is Katie. And I see it and I'm like, it's adorable. It's an ort catcher that she makes by hand. Isn't that cute? I told her it's really cute. I'm not going to get to keep it because Katie Landis needs all things flamingo. She went to her room, this was the very last one, went to her room, got the supplies, which she had with her, brought them down, and handmade another one and brought it over to Katie. People are lovely.
Yes.
Suzanne from Canada brought this over. Okay, I really like dish towels. I don't know about you guys, but I do. So she brought this cute dish towel, and you can see it's kind of all wrinkly. It's because she had wrapped up maple candies inside of it. Katie is so excited. And then I just have, oh, I'll show you this too. Look at this adorableness. I gotta set it to the side again. I got this cute scissor fob, handmade, and on the bottom, I got Bunicula. Is that the funniest thing? And that is hand stitched, you guys. Look how cute that is.
Perfect.
And it just was so funny. I was just dying. And so many people brought us things while we were still out at the table that it makes it really hard to remember what everything is, who it all came from. I think maybe, I don't know if you got one of these too. I just saw it. But I know Stephanie Ruiz made these. I believe she made these on her Glow Forge, and you can stitch on them.
Yes, I have. It's in my bag. I have the same color as you. She
Do
brought a couple
you?
colors. Yeah.
Fun. We also got like some, I mean, I just have a whole bag of stuff. We got so many floss tags, which I just love. But here's my bag full of stuff.
I know.
I mean,
And
just
people were so generous.
beautiful. I shouldn't say stuff, I got this bag full of lovely goodies.
Yes.
And it was so generous of people to use their time to do such nice things for us. So we really appreciated it.
It was lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So fun. Okay, where do you want to go next with all this?
all right. Well, oh my gosh, guys, it's so fun. um,
Being in
so
person again is just like, ah!
oh my gosh, well, and after a couple years of digital retreats where I know the faces, like I greeted people with hello, people I know from the internet. Because
Yes.
it was just people that I had never seen in person that I've talked to, several times. And then seeing them in person was just so lovely. Um,
I should have dug through
so
here and found the most adorable little needle minders we got, right? Do you
we
have
do
yours
have
on a project already?
I have
You know
I
which
don't
one I
have
mean, right?
well, I have a hedgehog on a project. I
Yes.
don't have a bunny on a project
Okay.
yet. um our friend Ray made us hedgehogs and bunnies. Okay,
They're so
so
cute.
yes, for sure. So our make it take it were these little journals, and I'm not good at scrapbooking. Katie had a beautiful one that she showed as a model, and I just used silly stickers.
And I think the
So much.
funniest thing is Katie held hers up and it's just gorgeous. And she's like, oh, it just took like 10 minutes. It didn't take any
Some
time.
just a graphic artist who studied layout.
I know we were all like, I could see the panic on people's faces. And I said, guys, she's good at this. Mine would not look like this.
But as you know, things just make me laugh. So I was just like, and on the back I put, if lost, please shout for Keisha Guthrie. Um, and it was just a lovely little notebook where people could write notes to you and everything and put their contact information, which was just kind of fun. It was like a little summer camp yearbook almost. So, and I know that some Erica
Oh,
at our table said that she was going to put in some pictures from the weekend and things like that to
awesome.
have a little like a little remembrance book. So I thought that was really a cool idea. Um,
I do have one of the little printers. That would be fun to
oh yeah,
print some out and
yeah, to
put them
print off
in.
those things. Yes. And then I told you that there were games. I did not shoot the bow and arrow for a game. I was not fast enough. Um, I did help retrieve arrows, and also the people who were shooting were right behind my chair. So I was very involved with the shooting in a way that was slightly uncomfortable.
Especially since I was standing like right on top of her through
No,
most of
no, I really appreciated you being my shield.
it.
No, I'm just kidding. It was wonderful. It was kind of fun to have everyone come over and I got to see everyone shoot and stuff. So that was really exciting. But toward the end, there were still a lot of prizes left. And of course, everyone's going to get a prize at a Black Needle retreat. So they just drew numbers and we had a little number on each of our name tags. So I won the Rabbit and the Rose
So pretty.
by Brenda Gervais. And then I also got this thread mist dye from Color and Cotton, but look at how pretty that is. Like, I don't even know what I'm going to do with that, but it's so pretty. Maybe I'll do the roses on here in that color.
Oh, that
Just
would be cool. And just
keep
not
it together.
change it, not
Yeah,
use two colors, just use that
yeah,
one.
just use the whole thing for it. So that's what I won. And then I did a little bit of shopping. I didn't do a lot of shopping, so I was proud of myself for that. But I didn't buy the Halloween box last year from Black Needle because Halloween's fine, but it's not really my thing. But
Mhm.
I was sad to miss out on Spooky Stories bookmark and scissor fob. Look at how fun those are. And what sold it for me was they said, we still have just a couple more of the scissor fobs left. And these are made by our friend Connie. So that's the scissor fob that you put this over one witch into.
Connie stitched that model. She did such a good job.
Yeah, see, talk about close-ups of beautiful stitches. Look at that. Um, so I am really excited to have the opportunity to actually like do this finishing.
And I got to stitch that bookmark and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a
Well,
fun stitch. So
and I think I know I have perforated paper in that color, so I have all the materials to go for it. So then off the freebie table ish, the first thing I inherited this whip from Lara. Uh, Peacock tile.
you guys all got to see that in my whip parade. If you watch that, my August whip parade. And I'm just not, I just was not getting there.
Not feeling it.
I think
So
she got my needle and everything.
I got it all. I got the needle, I got the floss. So I'm really
I was
excited.
like, take it, please.
It's ready to go. Start stitching now.
There's
Giving you
even a
everything
row across, and all you have to do is come back. It's probably the
Right.
opposite of how you stitch.
You know what? I didn't even check that. That would be a kind of a fun challenge. No, that's the way my stitches go.
Okay.
So that's perfect.
Oh, I meant like I stitch right to left,
Uh-huh.
right to
Oh,
left and back.
it depends on where I'm at in the pattern. If I need to
Oh,
go up, then I stitch right to left. If I need to go down, I stitch left to right.
I was going to say
I'm
you could
whacking
always turn it upside down and go back the way that you like to go back.
I like doing it both ways. It looks the same. And then I just got a ton of, well, I rated the Lara freebie table. I got a lot of, I'm very excited about this one. And then just, yes, yes. And that one came to retreat and was on the brag table and it was very exciting. But yeah, I just got a couple, well, a couple. Look at this, look at this one. That's hilarious.
I had seen that one and I'm like, I gotta set that one aside and see if Keisha needs it. And that was just we had, I think maybe even from the last retreat, we had a stack of patterns and we had just not gotten through everything. And then Katie said, oh, I'm stitching again. I'd like to go through them. Well, you know how one thing just leads to another and you don't ever clear them out.
Of course.
But yeah, I saw that and thought, no, that's a Keisha. That even makes me laugh. So
And then this was just a beautiful bit of stitchy kindness from Lara. This is from Lady Dot Creates, and it's the Flowers for Ukraine scissor fob.
And the
There.
rest of you, if you got this one, Lois told us she wanted to have a beautiful clasp, and it is gorgeous, but it does not really want to go over your scissor handle very well. So you can just string some beads. You put a crimping bead, at the end, and then string some beads, and it'll she gave you an extra jump ring in there.
Mhm.
You can hook it on, and that way it can go through the handle, and you still get to look at the beautiful clasp.
It's so, so pretty. And then I didn't get this at the retreat, but it was in the mailbox, and my husband brought it. He's like, I know you're going to want to open this for your teachers. But I got my very first fabric of the month from Fortnite Fabrics. This is
Oh yes, I got to be there for the unboxing.
Yes. This is called Love Bug. Look how beautiful this is. It's a piece of 36 count linen, so I have to think of something really cool to put on here. And it makes me laugh because it's called Love Bug, but it's not really in like, the colors you'd associate with that. But it is kind of in this tealish greenish color. And my favorite color is green, and Timothy's favorite color is blue, so it works for us. But that's all the stuff I have. It was such a good retreat. It was so nice to be able to be with people, like I said, and just like sit and stitch. And there was a s'mores bar. I didn't even mention the s'mores bar. That tells you how good the retreat was, that's last. Oh, but just a funny story for everyone. So we're outside. We are the last table to go get s'mores. And we're standing out there, and I've got the perfect marshmallows. I'm putting it on my, I'm about to put it on my graham cracker. I'm getting the chocolate out. S'mores fall right to the ground. It's devastating. I hurry up. I put more marshmallows on the skewer. I toast them. I get it all together. And then they opened the door to where we were at and said, hurry up, everyone. It's time to go do the group picture. And I'm like, oh, but I just made the s'more. And they're like, come on, come on, come on. So I'm coming. I smash the s'more into my face as I'm going down the hallway to take this picture. And the only thing I can think of, I've got marshmallow on my hands. Like, I'm trying not to touch anybody. I had to wash my hands after the picture because I'm like, I'm not touching my stitching stuff with this on my hands. And the only thing I could think of as we were all packing in for that picture and I couldn't move my arms because we were all packed in was, I really hope I don't have chocolate all over my face. Luckily, I didn't. But that's my s'more story from the retreat.
I have quite a bit of haul this week, just things that have happened. I picked this up from the freebie table. Oh my gosh. And I did not go shop the freebie table during the weekend. I actually looked through the freebie stuff that was left over yesterday. And I found this one. I'll turn it around because they did a close up. This is so me. And look, it even has little specialty stitches in there.
Oh, so that's perfect for you.
Yeah. I really like the work basket. I've actually been to retreat where one of the ladies came and did our she was the one who had created the pattern for the weekend.
Oh wow.
So also from the retreat, my things are going to be kind of jumbled up how I show them to you today. Judy cannot be in the same place with me and me not buy a bag. So Judy's project bags are more. Look, I'm going to even show you her card. This is the bag that I decided had to come home with me. Look at the button.
So pretty.
There's her card.
Oh, go up a little bit. A little bit more.
We good yet? There we go. And then inside this, look at this fabric. So, but Judy has a Facebook group. If you just ask to join that, you'll get to see all of this stuff and be tempted with the rest of us. Yes. This will have a project in it soon, I am sure, because so pretty. Then Stacy Stitches Creative Studio. I believe that I got all the words in the right place. She has a smalls exchange group,
Mhm.
and I participated in that, and it was either fall or Halloween. And so I requested fall, and I got this adorable card from my person, which I
Ooh,
loved. And then
yes.
she sent me one of her color and cotton packs, or she got me
Oh,
a color and cotton pack. Love those colors. So
yes.
pretty. But she made me a project bag, and she stitched.
Wow.
This is the stitched part of the exchange.
Wow.
Is that just gorgeous? So this
So
is made by Cynthia Vang. And she said, "Oh, this isn't really my style. I've never done anything like this before, but I stitched that for you. I think it's actually bigger than what we said for the exchange, but oh my gosh.
she
She
knocked it out of
just
the park.
oh,
That's
and I love it.
beautiful.
I mean, look how pretty. I just
Yes.
love this, and we all know that I love project bags. So
Right.
I got the perfect
Absolutely.
person because this was the exchange for me. Yes.
Wow.
Then I do have another project bag that I bought, and I'll show that to you in a little bit. But I needed to order I got a notice that a Gloriana was back in stock, and I'm very stubbornly trying to get Glorianas for one of the ink circle patterns this year.
Mhm.
And I mean, seriously, you can't get them. So I finally got Sage. That's the only one I've gotten. I think there are only four. I know one of them is like Olali Berry, and I just can't remember the others. But you can't just get one thing.
Oh
So I got Coverlet Berry Scissor Tray from the Scarlet House,
no. Ooh.
which you can't see the stitching, and you don't even get to, I mean, there's another picture on the back. I think it's the same one. So you don't get to see it, but that's okay. And then this is an old Cricut collection. Pretty sure I should look at the 2008. But I don't have a lot of Thanksgiving, and I thought those were really sweet.
Well, yeah, that would go with the one that we stitched a few years ago.
Yeah,
The
yes. And I mean, I liked both of them. I don't think I would
Mhm.
make myself, I would not make myself an apron to use because I am not neat when I am wearing an apron. I wear an apron to sew so that I don't get the threads all over me and have them just stay, which it took me a little while to figure that out. And I have some pilled t-shirts because of that, because it's just so much stuff. But I have those. And then part of the decompress this week is that Katie and I went to Cecilia's Samplers in Branson.
and
Okay,
that's a
I should,
dangerous store.
yeah, yeah. That is not a store that you get out of with, yeah. Anyway, so I kept seeing this all weekend, and I just love it. The orange
Oh,
tree sampler.
yeah.
And we gave it away during other retreats, digital retreats. And I'm like, okay, it's going home with me. I love it. It's so
It's
cute.
so so pretty.
So there's that one. And then Katie saw this, and I've seen it before, but to see it in person, Garden Alphabet from
Oh,
Prairie
that's
Schooler.
pretty.
Really sweet. I love that. And then I already have winter and spring from Summer House. So I had to get summer refreshes.
Yes.
So I will be anxiously waiting for the last one. Okay, here I have a little bit of a story for you. So I have been out there multiple times, and every time I go past this beautiful island blue from the Gentle Art. Look at this color
That's
with
so
the
pretty.
blues and greens. I mean, it is fabulous.
Mhm.
I love it. It's so pretty.
Yes.
And Then I noticed that they had this one, which is slightly more green than the others. And then just a couple down on the pegs is Lagoon, which is even a little bit darker. Have a
Mhm.
nice palette going, right? Like, what am I going to stitch with that? Well, I found from Dutch Treat Designs, Bristol Grace.
Ooh.
And I just think that'll be gorgeous in that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, that had to come home like that. And oh, yeah, I loved this. So, a needle pulling thread bag from Shepherd's Bush. Look how cute.
Ooh, fun. Shepherd's bush is your weakness.
Yep. And it's a kit. So you
Yeah.
get the bag already made
Oh, nice. That's
and you just
perfect.
stitch on it. Yes. I also found 20 count Weeks Dye Works Peoria purple linen. And I just thought that might be fun to try out.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll do some over one with that. Because I like 40 count, but I thought I would see how I like 20 count
Yeah.
and
That could
just
be
do
fun.
over one. Because I've kind of hit a point where my eyes start to bug me some. And then I'm trying to see all my little treasures in here.
Nice.
I have 28 count Big Sky from Mystic. What is she called? Is it Mystic Fabrics?
Yep, Mystic Fabrics.
And it was just like an extra, it's like the end of the piece, right?
Uh-huh.
So I got that at a little bit of a discount too. That was kind of fun. You know that I loved my, I think I put all of this together. Yep. You know I loved my summer ABCs. Well, I bought spring ABCs
Nice.
mainly because they had the banding in that I
Oh,
wanted. So I got
yes,
it in the
perfect.
green. And one the color that the letters are done in, most of the
Mhm.
letters are done in, is green. And it was not going to show up. So I tweaked that color and my letters will now be done in this.
Ooh, that'll be
Isn't that pretty?
fun.
So that's all in one little bag so that I can keep that straight. I'm gonna have a mess to clean up, but that's okay. And then I got some flosses for things that I need for the upcoming hands-on design Halloween costume party.
Hmm.
These are the colors for it.
Ooh,
Doesn't that look
fun.
fun?
That's Happy Halloween palette.
Yes. And then from Mystic Fabrics, Night Sky Alicia was what Katie called for as a substitute for the fabric that we used, the fiber on a Whim. No, the where did my brain go? The fabric that we called for frogwarts, the
Yes, I'm trying to remember.
beetroot by
Yes.
from Australia. Oh my gosh,
Ah,
why is my brain just gone? Fox and rabbit.
there it is. Okay. I was
It's like
I was going to the Facebook group for you to find
I'm
it.
like fiber on a Whim, Fortnite Fabrics. No, it's an F name. I know that. The beetroot. Well, they still had some of it left. So Katie and I bought this to split.
Ooh,
Is
that
that
is
beautiful?
gorgeous. Wow.
It's way more mottled than our beetroot
Mhm.
was, and probably more purpley than ours was. This
Yes.
one is a 32 count, and we're so excited to see
Mhm.
what we can figure out to put on
Oh my
this.
gosh, who wouldn't be excited?
Because is that just like,
Yes.
oh my gosh.
I don't even really stitch on that color and I'm excited.
Okay, I am going to quickly throw all this back in. Excuse the crinkles, but that way it will all be contained and I won't have to worry about it.
Right.
So, and I talked over it so you didn't have to totally just hear that. Okay,
Okay.
I got through that. Hey, I'm going to ask you a question in the middle of all of this fun. Do you have more stash to show?
Nope, that was all my stash.
Okay. Um, have you had any new starts lately?
Well, I've had new starts, but I've had new finishes.
Finishes. Okay. Let's see finishes.
All right.
I've not
Oh,
had
wait,
finishes. Keisha gets to be the finish queen today.
that's me.
Yay!
So I'm sorry, I can't find the cover page for this. Who knows? But I finished it, so you'll see what it is. But I finished Helianthus by Ink
Oh,
Circles, and
yes.
this is on a piece of 36 count Heaven's Fury from, I just lost the name of it. Hold on just a second. Sorry guys. I wrote this down earlier, and then
We were on the struggle bus with
yes,
the fabrics, right?
from Under the Sea Fabrics. So
Yes.
all right, ready? Here it is.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So I did all of the dark green outline border, and then these in the corner. I did those all at retreat. So I finished this at the retreat.
And Keisha should
And
have gotten to ring the bell.
I did ring the bell.
Well, you could have
Well,
had help.
well, no, actually, James
And
rung the
then you
bell for
did, right?
Eunice. Well, no,
Oh,
James
that's
rung the bell
right.
for
Okay.
Eunice. But so if you finish something at retreat, you got to ring this huge bell, which was really, really fun. And then you got a string of beads. I no longer am in possession of my string of beads because it's been taken by James, who has probably 5 or 6 necklaces. So he looks like he had the most finishes at retreat, but he just got them for being cute.
You
So,
didn't even get to keep your green ones?
no, they are somewhere in James's room. And he'll take them out later on today and he will put them all on and he will be very excited about them. And then he'll take them off and put them somewhere else. So they've been taken.
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness.
that was my finish. But I have had new starts.
Okay, what's your new start?
Okay, well, I have a couple of new starts.
Yeah, no, I probably am messing up your whole order. Do you want me to show a
Well,
new start while you look?
you can go ahead and show your new start, and I will pull mine out. I have 2 actually.
I have a couple, but I'll start with this one because it's on top. So yesterday was World Cross Stitch Day, and I started Sun, Sand, and Sea from Hands On Design. And if you like this, it comes as you get the chart and the finishing kit, which has, you can kind of see the little black and white polka dots, which are on the back, but also the tealy ones on the end and the other pieces to do that finishing. And it's $14 on her website for that.
Ooh,
I mean, is a pretty good little deal.
affordable. Yeah.
And I am this far.
Wow. Look at
So
you go.
it just is so cute.
Yes.
Katie and I actually, I guess, started it on Friday, but it was just so fun. And
Well,
yeah,
Friday was World Cross Stitch Day.
Friday was, yeah, sorry. Got my days mixed because you sent me messages.
Yes.
And then first Friday Fancy Ladies.
Yes.
I would like to say that I was in compliance for August and putting someone on full blast, Athena. She was not. So this is my first Friday Fancy Lady. It's called Shakespeare's Fairies. And I have a huge start on it. I didn't even pull the floss to the back. But I did finally manage to sit down at the table and I started her.
Oh, very nice.
So pretty. Okay, and this fabric, you guys, this is like the funny story because it is a piece of fiber on a whim in the colorway sand. I think her dyes have been a little green, which I'm not sad about at all. It's like the best color for this piece. And then I plopped it right into one of my other purchases from the 805 Stitcher. I got this cute bag
Those squirrels.
and all of the happy polka dots inside. I just love this. And it always comes with the needle minder, which is down in there. And you can see the little squirrel on it. But I'm going to pop this back in. So those are my 2 starts since you
You
guys
want
have
to tell
seen me.
them the other fun story about that start?
No,
You want to tell them about our shopping trip?
no, I am in compliance. I worked on my project. There's more to the story, but I'm in compliance. While others are not. And others who gave me crap for not being in compliance.
Let it be known that on the first Friday of August, Laura Landis stitched on a fancy lady.
And they made Erica crazy. Erica and Kevin were our table mates. And I only pulled out like 2 colors that I knew were right in the center. I pulled out enough of a length of them to put them on floss cards. I'm going to use all floss cards that I got at the retreat for these colors. And there are a lot. And it made Erica crazy because they ended up not even being the same length, because one must have like pulled an extra one. And she's like, stop, I'll do it for you. I'll put them all on the cards. I'll label them. And I said, no, I'm just starting this. It's okay. I'll do it all at home. It'll be fine. And she's like, oh.
Erica and Kevin brought a label maker. So she would have very happily put together.
But it was in their room, and I didn't want them to have to go get it. And it's not like they offered, and they were very nice about it. But I made Erica crazy because I didn't have.
They were so fun. I'm so happy to have met them this week or last weekend. So
they probably never sit with me again because I made Erica so crazy.
We had a great time.
That's Erica.
So I started a couple of new things. I don't think you've even seen this one. I was actually doing this as the small for the retreat, but I didn't get it done in time. But that's okay because I like it. So this is Happy Keeper from Mill Hill. And let me just show you how close I got to finishing it, Laura. Here's where I am. I'm putting beads on.
Oh my gosh.
I got so close, but it's okay. It's all right. So I just have a little bit of beading left. I'm hoping to finish that this month, because as you can see, there's really not a whole lot left. So
you could have been like a couple other people I know who brought their pieces and finished them at retreat.
Right. I probably could have, but I wouldn't have been able to fully finish it with the magnet and everything. So I will enjoy that piece myself. It's fine.
And now you'll have memories of it, right? Memories of camp.
And then the other thing I started at camp was Summer in Stars Hollow from the Black Needle Society. And I'm stitching this with Fall. The story is I didn't have my tablet with me with Pattern Keeper. So I just pulled up a digital copy that I had of it and didn't scroll to where it actually met up with the last pattern, and ended up putting in about 10 stitches in a color that wasn't even the right thing. So I had to take them all out, but I put them all back. I put stitches in that same day. So,
you know, if we would have thought about it, I had it with me on my tablet.
It's okay.
Not like I was the model stitcher or anything.
Just a fun story from camp. I feel like I did more frogging at camp than I did actual stitching. But anyway, that's the way things go. So, before I show you, I guess I just gave you a peek, but I've decided to go ahead and do 25/7 again because I really miss doing that. But instead of doing 25 stitches a day, I'm doing 25 minutes a day. And I decided that I would pick like a bigger full coverage piece, or just a bigger piece in general, to do as my 25/7, so I could see some progress on those. So I decided that Summer in Stars Hollow is where I start. So I put in all of those flowers so far. I'm almost done with the big sunflowers, and this is fall or autumn in Stars Hollow. So,
and look at that adorable hedgehog from Ray.
No, this is my hedgehog from Ray.
So cute.
He's so cute.
I have one in my bag, but I would have to dig through my whole bag to find mine. So He is there.
So anyway, that's my other new start. So I started
Awesome.
2 weeks.
2 and 2. And I
2.
should say that my whip count was at 166. I gave one away to Keisha. That makes 165 because I don't think I had taken it out. And then I started 2 new, so I'm at 167. Unless I need to clean up some more stuff, which I may. But I started at about 182 for the year. So I'm feeling pretty good about that number.
For sure.
So, okay, how about whips?
All right, so I'll show you the rest of my whips. That took most of my stitching. So, one thing that I did work on is taco, which overwhelmingly was voted as my birthday start. So, here, adjust my needle minder. Here's where taco is today. And
So
this needle
cute.
minder is for my friend Eunice. So hello,
Oh,
Eunice. Also a table mate. So I am pretty close to being done with the shell of this taco. And I was really, really proud of this idea, guys. I was really proud of it. I'm going to work on it on Tuesdays because Taco Tuesday. So I'm going
and
to
I
stitch on
got
that.
it right away, which made
Yes.
Keisha so happy.
It made me so happy. And I told it to my husband who got it, but just was like, okay. So I worked on that. And then I also participated in Fancy Lady Friday. I worked on Lady Justice from Memorabilia, and I am down in this sash here. I got this cut to the right size for the piece. So usually if I get it cut for the right size of the piece, I will start in the middle. And this is on a piece of Olympia from Mystic Fabrics. 32 count. So here is what
Wow.
I'm doing that. Cruising right along on that sash. So
I love the colors in that one.
yes, they're all like, well, it's all very much greens and teals, which makes me very happy. So I'm having a good time with that one. And I'm excited for next First Friday to pull her back out. And then the last thing I've been working on, because I need to catch up desperately, is ABCDinosaurs from the Cloud Factory.
Look how
So
many are out.
I know. So these two are the ones that were released for August, but I'm pretty behind because I'm up here in May. Here's June, here's July, and then here's August. I'm pretty far behind because
You'll get
models.
there.
But I'll show you the whole thing and then I'll kind of show you closer. So this is on a piece of 36 count Arctic fox from Fiber on a Whim. And here's the whole thing so far.
Wow.
And so I worked on this guy and finished him and then started this one up here.
So cool.
Thank you. And I'm using all of the called for flosses on this one, except for where the names of the dinosaurs are. I have changed that. They're charted to be in white, but white doesn't show up on that very well. So I'm just using colors that go with the letter that's next to each dinosaur. And that's it. That's all the stuff I've worked on.
I have the last piece I worked on in July was for Keisha's birthday, and it's called P's and Q's.
Love it.
And it is so fun. And I was working on the border, and I have managed to get the entire border done and the words, mind your P's and Q's.
Wonderful.
So it shows up really nicely in person.
Mhm.
And this one, I want to say this is, I don't know if I have what it is in here. I have it in a Judy bag. Not that bag. I don't think I have what the fabric is, but most likely I have it down below in the description box because when I started it, I knew what it was, and so I put it down there. You would think that somebody who has put out things that help you remember what you are using would actually use them and put them in with her projects, right?
Well, and our friend Erica was really cute because she gave us these little pieces of paper to put in our project bags that have all of the information. And she's like, so that floss tubers can just pull it out and there's all your information right there.
And she made sure that I filled mine out while when I started my fancy lady.
Oh, she's so fun.
Then really in no order here, I showed you on my whip parade, which you guys, if you want to see what I'm working on for the month of August, I've split up. I say this like every time. I started with about 182 whips. I took them, split them out into groups by month, and then each month I'm filming a whip parade, and then I work on them during the month so you get to see my progress. One of them that I showed you is How Doth the Little Busy Bee. I don't know if that's the real name of it. It might just be The Busy Bee, but it's from Modern Folk Embroidery, and I had already worked on it for this month, so I'm not showing it again today. But then I have Little Blue Bungalow from Blue Ribbon Designs. This is a freebie, you guys. That's why my copy looks like this. But that is what it will look like finished. When I started, I had the row that starts with Y.
Mhm.
So YZ1. I don't even know that I did have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I had the number 0. I put in all this at retreat.
Wow.
I was pretty happy with that. And this is, I want to say this is a piece of 40 count fabric. So I was really pushing it to work on this, but we were in the room and I thought I'm just going to do it because that's what I want to work on right now. So there was that one. And then I also pulled out from Chessie and me this little kit, Whale Watch, which she gives you this teeny tiny little card. Look how tiny it is. So cute in with the kit. And the kit is folded up this small.
Wow.
And it is on a piece of 36 count fabric. If I open this, I can tell you. 36 count cider linen from Silk Weaver. And it is just the cutest little thing. I already had the little house done. Really, what I worked on was this white going up to the flagpole. It's part of the flag. I am saving that whale for last because he will be my reward.
Yes.
And this one I have in a cute bag from Fat Cat Flossing, Leslie Hurley. I
That
love
one's
this.
so
Is
fun.
that just adorable?
Yes.
It's kind of red, white, and blue, and other colors, you know.
Sure.
And some of you voted for this one, Cotillon from Papillon Creations. And the fabric that I'm using is Twilight. Oh, that's what this goes with. It is 32 count Twilight from Picture This Plus. I had this bag and I'm like, I know I'm using that somewhere. Well, it's on this. And I have been working on this big motif down here at the bottom, which
Oh,
I'm going to show you. I really like this. It's really pretty. This floss, the floss I'm using is blue.
huh.
But because of the fabric that I'm using, it's coming out looking grayish. I'm not
Right.
sad about that. I think it looks really pretty.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm doing my
Interesting.
own conversion. It's all silks, mostly there we go. Sorry, I had a cat on there. Um Vicky Clayton silks
Mm.
are what I'm using. So, but it's a beautiful piece and I enjoyed working on it. I didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be real honest and tell you that when I looked at my list of whips for August, I was not as excited as I was like for July or as I have been for some other months. But I'm loving working on these. So
It's great.
it's fun to get back. And I think giving up the peacock floral tile
Mhm.
is that's a huge relief for me because
Right.
it was given to me and it's a beautiful piece. It's just not my style. And when Keisha was like, well, let me see, maybe I'll want it, I thought, yay. So I'll still get to see it. I just won't stitch it
You'll get to
myself.
enjoy it, but not stitching it.
Yes. So those are all of my whips. I'm kind of looking because the cats, I'm down to just 2 cats. One jumped off my lap when I started showing things, but you know, gotta have them all. How about, I'm so discombobulated now. How about plans?
All right. Well, as you know, I'm really proud of myself. Taco Tuesday. And then I'm also working this month on catching up on ABC Dinosaur. And then I'm also going to work on Death by Cross Stitch. I found out that if I do a little over 1,500 stitches this month, then I'll have 8,000 stitches. So I'll be caught up because I didn't work on it for a few months, but I really worked on it a couple of months. So um,
I
so I'm
think
going
we both had kind of a big push month where we've worked and caught up. So
right, right. So and if you don't know, Laura and I are both doing long dog samplers, and we are stitching 1,000 stitches a month on them. So
mhm. I need to get in some stitches on my life after death. And then we will be starting a stitch along hopefully sometime this month. We're just running into the trying to get the dates together to get there. Other than that, I will just be plowing through my whips, and I have 2 whip go pieces to get done. I rearranged a little bit so that I could take care of things. I'm trying to quickly get to my whip go board because I wanted to have a finish in July. And so I did one of the ones that got called for this month for August was 500 stitches on a Christmas project. So I stuck with that and I did
right,
one August and July, but now a I have an August project, a July project to do in August, which is 500 stitches, Katie's choice. And then, oh, my other one is 500 stitches on furthest from finish monthly whip.
ooh,
That's really interesting.
yeah,
So I'm trying to think. I think I know what that is, but um yeah, that one's just an extra. Oh, that will be the one that we are going to do the stitch along for Glory in the morning. So I will work on it, my one day like I normally would, and then
yeah.
I will put in an additional 500 stitches on it, which should really move it along. Um, it's right here by me. It's a beautiful piece, and my family bought me the fabric that it calls for, which you'll see why here in a second. This is the piece.
Ooh,
So it's dyed blue at the top and green at the bottom, and it
wow,
is beautiful. This is the green. I mean,
wow,
it's gorgeous.
yes,
And here is the blue that's at the top. So
wow.
it's a big long piece. This is how much I already have done.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm going to look and see if they offer it as a PDF because it's one where when they did the pattern, they they split it and then
Oh,
gave you
yeah.
horizontal pieces. So I'm going to show you this from the back. I went in and cut them apart and I have
Uh-huh.
taped them back together so that I have, this is one where I've colored. Okay, so you won't really see much, but so that I could have that because otherwise you can see my line, the white line there.
Yeah.
That was what was on one page.
Yeah. It's kind of
So it
hard.
was really frustrating. And it looks like I do have a little bit left on that page. No, I filled that in. I just didn't color it in because it's one of these flowers.
Oh, okay.
And that little bee, the things like that are over one.
Oh, but he's very pretty.
Isn't he cute? And I love that they did a mix of over one and over two so that you
Mhm.
do get such a
The finer thing.
different feeling with it. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm
So,
very excited to work on that.
oh, for sure. So we have, we said that we were going to start a stitch along. So if you have any crossed wing patterns that you're looking to start or that you have in your stash that you'd like to stitch on, get those ready because we'll be stitching on things.
And we're stitching on those with Fawn and Sean from Sanctum Stitching.
Yes.
It is stitching. Yeah. Sanctum Stitching. If you're not watching them, go check them out. They're very fun to watch and so sweet. Fawn used to film with Marianne, and Marianne has just taken a step back and she's not filming anymore with Fawn, but Fawn's husband, Sean, who's a newer stitcher, has decided to continue stitching with her or filming
Yeah.
with her. So
Yeah,
really,
that's
really
great.
fun. Keisha brought this up because we took a quick little break in there. We got these from our table mates, which I feel like it looks like a little ice cream cone.
I feel it looks like a honey dipper.
See, I was like the swirly thing, but I get yours too. And they're seam rippers.
Mhm.
So this was as close to purpley as we got. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. And I love blue, so I'm really excited about having this one. But the funny story about this is Erica and Kevin were waiting for the room to fill up enough to take things around and it passed them out to people. So on Helianthus, I didn't tell you this, but I had to take out part of that border like twice. So I stitched it 3 times just because I was chatting and I kept getting off and usually I'd let something like that go, but since it had to be identical on all sides, I'm not going to remember where I messed up. So I took it out. And then she passes these out. And just jokingly, I was like, do you mean to tell me you've had a seam ripper for me this whole time? And I've been taking it out with with a needle.
And
Just a funny thing.
if you don't know, this tip you can use like if you have loose threads after you're
Oh,
done pulling out.
to
You
rub it
can,
off?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What a neat thing. I don't have anything like this. I just always pull out my stitches with a needle. Or if I get really desperate and it's really bad, we go scissors on the back.
Yeah.
But
But won't it be nice to you? Because I did use a seam ripper for something. Oh, I know. A piece that I found a piece of fabric that had some stitches in it that I think I had adopted the fabric. And I
Mhm.
just went in and pulled out the stitches with a seam ripper. So
Yeah,
much easier.
right.
So
So anyway.
I think that's it. We've done our plans. I think we're all caught up. I did it without the book again today.
Oh,
So we're
oh
just kind
man,
of thinking. So what do
this
you think?
was a fun one.
Have we had enough shenanigans?
Whew, and just enough rambles to fill 2 weeks worth of videos, I think.
So who knows what we will come back with next week for you, but we'll come back and we'll show
Yeah,
you what's
we'll
going
be
on.
here.
Yeah.
Just who knows in what state.
So I guess all that's left to say then is bye.
Bye. Have a good week.